Hi, this is James Stewart Rainey with this week's edition of Rainey's Picks. Here we're at the beautiful Rosewood Lounge. Just over there is the Jack Richardson Music Hall of Fame. And with us today, our guest, Tommy Solo. Tommy and I, you were with me at the Free Press when we did something similar. It's a little different this time. Should we start right in with a song that I still hear is so brand new?
Sure.
You wrote it yesterday, and then we'll talk about some of the projects you got going.
Absolutely.
Talk about this song.
Fresh song. This is a song about missing my boy Tommy Jr., who is the inspiration for our upcoming show Sunday, September 17th at the Forest City Community Church, Rockin' for Kids in memory of Tommy Jr. So, without further ado, here it is. Can't Forget About You. I'm a little bit crazy, but I'm keeping up my appearances. Thought by now that maybe I'd be over you, since you're gone, long gone, and I can't forget about you. Can't forget about you. Think about the vacations that we used to have. Sometimes the sunshine always seemed to find a way to light on you. Sometimes I take salvation in your photographs, and I know the memories at least were true. And you're gone, long gone, and I can't forget about you. Can't forget about you, no matter what I do. I can't forget about you, no matter how I try, no matter how many nights I cry. Can't forget about you. I'll never forget about you.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. Fantastic. And I know I get emotional a little bit. I think it happened the last time we did this leading into a similar event, but your story, I mean, you got a lot of love and support. A world of it out there.
It's just unbelievable how many people step up to get behind me on these events. I took a break after Rockin' for Kids 2015 because I felt that the emotional toll was getting to be too much for me personally, talking about my son in the media as much as I had to do and so on in order to promote the show. I had the realization recently that we're coming up now to the 10-year anniversary of Tommy's passing, and I thought, well, maybe we could do just one more show, but I wanted to do it in a larger arena. So we looked around, and it just happens that the bass player in my band, Peter Dawson, is a member of the band at the Forest City Community Church, and we talked to the venue operators there, and we worked it out. It is an expensive foray for me. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. I mean, we need to sell a lot of advance tickets to cover the venue cost and the event insurance. So we're hoping to sell as many advance tickets as we can before the event.
Where can I buy those advance tickets? I bought some before Tommy came on from you
right.
personally, but if that doesn't work out, where should I be looking?
You can get your advance tickets at Speed City Records on Springbank Drive in London, at Ballone's Musical Instruments on York Street in London. Advance tickets are also available at Global Pet Foods on Wellington Road, London, Global Pet Foods in St. Thomas on Talbot Street, and at the Village Idiot in the Wortley Village. And they're only $10 to see Bill Durst, Shelley Roston, and me along with my 5-piece band.
I was going to say, I think Bill Durst you mentioned, I think he's in the London Music Hall of Fame just over there.
Absolutely.
And now who else is in your band? Talk a little bit about that, because we got you solo today, but it's a big
It is a
deal.
big deal, and I pared down to a 3-piece band a few years ago because it was just really hard to get the money for 5. But for this event, we have back with us a couple of ex-members of Helix, Plain Jane and Nail, Reiner and Cindy Viekman. Absolutely fantastic musicians. We've got Peter Dawson on bass guitar, and from Ireland we have Julian Leake, who's replaced our former drummer Ed Pranskus from Thundermark. And he's a he's a big pair of shoes to fill. So Julian has really stepped up in that role.
Wow, that's an all-star lineup right there. I got a trivia question for everybody out there. We'll give the answer after the next song. Cindy and Rainer are out in Newfoundland. I think the band is Chaos. Which young, and this is back, we're talking probably the 80s. Which young, up-and-coming Newfoundland and Labrador rocker do they strongly influence? Think about that. Have we got another song? And I hope we do.
Absolutely. And, you know, I hadn't really planned what I was going to do because I haven't been doing the acoustic thing for a long time. But you know what? It's just, it makes sense to me. I've had so many people standing behind me and standing by me on this that I'm going to do a classic from Benny King for you, if that's okay.
Oh, I'll step aside. Fantastic.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we see, oh, I won't be afraid, no, I won't be afraid, just as long as you will stand by me. Oh, darling, darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, stand by me. If the sky we look upon would ever tumble and fall, and the mountain should crumble to the sea, oh, I won't be afraid, no, I won't be afraid, just as long as you will stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Ooh, stand by me, stand by me. Oh, darling, darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, stand by me. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we see, oh, I won't be afraid, no, I won't be afraid, just as long as you will stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, won't you stand by me, oh, yeah.
Oh, Tommy Solo, we in the Jack Richardson Music Awards are proud and honored to stand by you and the great music, the great causes that you represent. Shout out to a couple of our fans chiming in there. Archie Gamble, drummer, Ace, cool guy. Shelley Raston, we love you both. Did they answer the trivia question, Mario?
I don't think so. Not yet. The phone lines are ringing.
The phone line, I can hear the
How
phones
about
ring.
this? The first person to answer the trivia question, get a hold of Tommy Solo on Facebook and we'll get you 2 advance tickets to Rockin' for Kids 2017 coming
Perfect.
up.
So let's review. What
Let's-
was the question?
The question was, our friends who are in your
Reiner
band
and Cindy Viekman.
come from Newfoundland and Labrador. They're in a band out there, I think the name is Chaos. So, it was the 80s, so could have been a lot of names. But let's say it's Chaos. There's an up-and-coming Newfoundland and Labrador rocker, influenced by them, thrilled by them. Who is that?
Perfect. So hit up Tommy at his Facebook page, which is
Tommy Solo in London, Ontario, or you can go to tsoloband@gmail.com for any questions.
and what do you get?
You get 2 free advance tickets to Rockin' for Kids in memory of Tommy Jr. 2017, to be held Sunday, September 17th, 4 p.m. at the Forest City Community Church on Bostwick Road in London. Featuring Bill Durst, Shelley Raston, Tommy Solo with the Night Crew. Oh, and we have a special youth talent spotlight this year featuring 3 wonderfully talented young kids as well.
It sounds fabulous. Get out there, get those guesses in there, get those educated guesses in there. And the prize is a lot better than when I used to do this at the Free Press. The first prize was always 1 free lunch in the Free Press cafeteria with James Stewart Rainey, and the second prize was 2 free lunches with James Stewart Rainey at the
Fried bologna.
It was better. The food was actually pretty good. It was the company you had to worry about. But on that joyful note, now we got another song, and if we don't, I can do our little closing pitch. But we'd love to hear another song if you got one, and if you feel you've done it all, that's fabulous too. This is how loosey-goosey these and live on the floor these things are.
Well, why don't we just leave it at, there's a lot more music coming up Sunday, September 17th at Rockin' for Kids 2017 at the Forest City Community Church, and we need you to get your advance tickets. We're also looking for more ad sponsors. If anybody is going to be generous and help us out with our costs, that would be absolutely fantastic.
And you out there, you want to be generous. I should have an 800 number here underneath me. I'm doing my Jerry Lewis thing. It's for the kids. Is my tuxedo, the tie's loosened already. It's about 10 minutes in. I got my tie loosened and everything.
And
but
James, if people want to come in and participate with the
I was going to switch.
lovely and wonderful James Rainey on Rainey's Picks.
There's a way to do that. Find us on Facebook, or you can email me. And this is a bit of a mouthful, but James Stewart Rainey, JamesStewart @gmail.com. I have to say this is my disclaimer I issue every time I do this. There is no money. And Tommy knows that from his previous experience with us, and that sadly is always true. But we have a lot of fun, and that is almost always true, except for the one time at the Free Press we had a clown, and it was really a tense, unhappy situation, and I've cheered for the mimes ever since in the Mime Cloud Wars.
Take us out with a little song, then.
Let's have us a little sound from Tommy, and we're going to say bye-bye for this week, and we'll see you next week.
Like us on Facebook at James Rainey's Picks.